Good morning. Today again the I think fourth session in quadratic equations. I'm going to continue the problem number 23 because in the last three sessions I have solved 22 problems. So today I'm solving 23rd problem. The topic is quadratic equation. I would like to tell some things about how to make maximum use of these sessions. First you should already know the basics because here I am not stressing much on basics. I assume that you have studied it in your class and also all the formulas, and also you have attended might be you have attended some professional classes in for competitive exams, engineering entrance. So using all this, when there is 10 days or 15 days for the exam, you can go through this problems just for your revision, that's all. I don't claim that it is going to help you to get a rank or something, because I am not stressing on the theorems or definitions or formulas. I am explaining wherever possible just to show you that these are the important problems. You can go through this and it might help you to brainstorm your knowledge regarding the entrance exam. So 23rd question, if x is real, the maximum value of 3x squared plus 9x plus 17 by 3x squared plus 9x plus 7 is first option 1 by 4, second option 41, first third option 1, fourth option 17 by 7. So y equals 3x squared plus 9x plus 17, that is 3x squared plus 9x plus 7. Now you cross multiply here. I'll cross multiply here, just ordinary cross multiply. Then I'll group them. That is for our knowledge. That comes from experience. See, I can group them. Here 3x squared, here 3x squared. So 3x squared into y minus 1. Here 9x, here 9x. So 9x one side, that is y minus 1. Okay. I'll annotate it. So once you have got this, then I have cross multiplied from here till here. Cross multiplied. Then I have grouped it. Here 3x squared, here 3x squared, here 9x, here 9x, here 7, here 17. So bringing it to one side. So I get 3x squared into y minus 1 plus 9x into y minus 1 plus 7y minus 17 equals 0. Plus 7y minus 17 equals 0. Okay. Now since x is real and d is positive, since x is real, because x is a real number, it's from the question we know that if x, since x is real, the discriminant, d means discriminant, is positive, greater than or equal to 0, the formula for d is b squared minus 4ac. So what happens here, actually ax squared plus bx plus c, plus a is the coefficient of x squared, plus b is the coefficient of x, and c is a constant. So here coefficient of, you want b, coefficient of x is 9 into y minus 1, square of that will be 81 into y minus 1 squared minus 4 into a is 3x squared, x squared, coefficient of x squared 3 into y minus 1, 4a, c is 7y minus 17, so 7y minus 17 greater than or equal to 0. I hope it is clear. Then comes simplifying this. Simplifying this, you will get a quadratic equation in y. For example, here I can use a minus b whole squared formula, y squared plus 1 minus 2y, and here you multiply everything and write it in the form of y squared plus or minus y plus constant equals 0, and then factorize it. This factorization you have studied in your high schools, how to do factorization. So factorize this, you will get y minus 1 into y minus 41 less than or equal to 0. So y minus 1 into y minus 41 less than or equal to 0 means I can say leads to, this all comes from your basic knowledge, that only I told you. Y is in between 1 and 41, I can say that y is in between 1 and 41. Otherwise also you can see, because y minus 1 less than or equal to 0, y you can take it, then y minus 41 like that, and a product should be less than or equal to 0, product should be negative, so y should be in between 1 and 41. If want, you can take some value. Suppose I take 1 is, y is in between 1 and, suppose I take 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 minus 41 is minus 39, so negative, like that. So maximum value of y is, now from this you can make out maximum value of y is here, that is 41. So maximum value of y is 41. I hope you have followed it. So once again I will explain it a little bit quicker. If x is real, the maximum value of 3x squared plus 9x plus 17 by 3x squared plus 9x plus 7 is a 1 by 4, b 41, c 1, d 17 by 7. So the equation is y equals 3x squared plus 9x plus 17 by 3x squared plus 9x plus 7. So we get 3x squared plus 9x plus 7 by cross multiplying here. By cross multiplying here, 3x squared plus 9x plus 7 into y equals 3x squared plus 9x plus 17. So now 3x squared is there here, 3x squared is there, so we can remove common and write it as 3x squared into y minus 1. 9x is there, 9x is there, 9x into y minus 1, and the remaining term 7y minus 17 equals 0. Okay, now this is a quadratic equation in x. So it is of the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. The quadratic equation is of the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So a is 3 into y minus 1. B is 9 into y minus 1. Constant c equals 7y minus 17. Now, since it is given that x is real, since it is given that x is real, the discriminant d is always positive. Since it is given that x is real, the discriminant d is always greater than or equal to 0, and d is b squared minus 4ac. So b is here 9 into y minus 1 squared, that is 81 into y minus 1 whole squared, minus 4 into a is 3 into y minus 1, and c is 7y minus 17 greater than or equal to 0. Okay, when you simplify this by using a minus b whole squared formula and everything, we get a quadratic equation in y. So simply factorize that. You know how to factorize either by formula method or adding, subtracting method, etc. So we get here as we get the values as y is in between 1 and 41 from this. So the maximum value of y equals 41. So the maximum value of y equals 41. Okay. 1 minute. Now, question number 24. I hope this is clear to you. Any doubt you can clarify with me later. Okay. Question number 24. Let a comma b comma c be a triangle. Let a comma b comma c be a triangle. Be the sides of a triangle. Okay. Let a comma b comma c be the sides of a triangle. No two are equal. Okay. No two sides are equal, and lambda belongs to R, the real number. If the roots of the equation x squared plus 2 into a plus b plus c into x plus 3 lambda into ab plus bc plus a equals 0 are real, then lambda is less than 4 by 3, lambda is greater than 5 by 3, lambda belongs to 1 by 3 comma 5 by 3, and lambda belongs to 4 by 3 comma 5 by 3. So once again I will explain this. See, let a comma b comma c be the sides of a triangle. No two of these are equal. Be the sides of it. We have to understand the question. Let a comma b comma c be the sides of a triangle. No two of these are equal, and lambda belongs to R. If the roots of the equation, if the equation is given, if the roots of the equation x squared plus 2 into a plus b plus c into x plus 3 lambda into ab plus bc plus ca equals 0 are real, if the roots of the equation are real, then lambda less than 4 by 3, lambda greater than 5 by 3, lambda belongs to 1 by 3 comma 5 by 3, and lambda belongs to 4 by 3 comma 5 by 3. Lambda belongs to 4 by 3 comma 5 by 3. Okay, 4. Now the discriminant d is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, why? Because it is real. Okay, the discriminant d is greater than or equal to 0. Sides of a triangle means real number. So b 4b squared minus b squared minus 4ac is greater than or equal to 0. I told in the previous problem also, I will not explain again. B means coefficient of x, a means coefficient of x squared, c means constant. So b squared. Here b is coefficient of x plus 2 into a plus b plus c. So b squared will be 4 into a plus b plus c whole squared minus 4 into a, that is A is 1 here, 4 into C. C is 3 into lambda, AB plus BC plus CA. So 4 into 3 will be 12 lambda, AB plus BC plus CA. Minus comes from the formula. This is greater than or equal to 0. Now from this I calculate lambda. That is, I keep lambda, I take lambda other side. So 4A plus B plus C whole squared is greater than or equal to 12 lambda AB plus BC plus CA. That means lambda will be equal to 4 by 12. So it is 1 by 3. We get here as, we can write it as A plus B plus C whole squared can be written as A squared plus B squared plus C squared plus 2AB plus 2BC plus 2CA. So divided by this. So by 3, here what happens? A squared plus B squared plus C squared, right? Plus 2AB plus 2BC plus 2CA. So when you divide by AB plus BC plus CA, what happens? They get cancelled because A squared plus B squared plus C squared, then this one. So here what happens? Just 2 is common outside, and AB plus BC plus CA get cancelled. So I hope you followed this. Just you write and check it. It's a very simple inequality. So we get lambda less than or equal to this. Now we know that mod of A minus B is less than C because it is a sides of a triangle. We know that mod of A minus B is less than C. So squaring both sides, A squared plus B squared minus 2AB is less than C squared. Take it as equation 2. We also know that the difference of the two sides is less than the third side. So mod of absolute value mod B minus C less than A. So squaring both sides, B squared plus C squared minus 2BC is less than A squared. I take it as equation 3. We also know that mod of C minus A is less than B. We also know that mod of C minus A is less than B, which implies C squared plus A squared minus 2CA is less than B squared. So I take it as equation 4. So once I get this, I add all three of this, add 2, 3 and 4. So what I get here, if I add minus 2 outside, that is AB plus BC plus CA, then A squared plus A squared is 2A squared, 1A squared is here. So 2A squared minus A squared will be A squared. In the similar way for 2B squared, 2C squared and A squared, B squared, C squared on the right side. So when you subtract, we get A squared plus B squared plus C squared minus 2 into AB plus BC plus CA less than 0, which implies A squared plus B squared plus C squared by AB plus BC plus CA is less than 2. So from 1 lambda less than 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3, that is equal to 4 by 3. So from 1 lambda is less than 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3, that is equal to 4 by 3. I hope you followed it. Lambda less than 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3, that is equal to 4 by 3. Okay, that is option A. Yes. Okay, lambda less than 4 by. So once again I will just see solution. Let A comma B comma C be the sides of the triangle. No two of these are equal and lambda belongs to R. If the roots of the equation x squared plus 2 into A plus B plus C into x plus 3 lambda AB plus BC plus CA equals 0 are real, then lambda less than 4 by 3, lambda greater than 4 by 3, lambda belongs to 1 by 3 comma 5 by 3, lambda belongs to 4 by 3 comma 5 by 3. So roots are real means discriminant is greater than or equal to 0, that is B squared minus 4AC is greater than or equal to 0. Here B is 2 into A plus B plus C, so square it. 4 into A plus B whole squared minus A is 1 and C is 3 lambda AB plus BC plus CA. Then bring lambda to one side, you know the inequality, we get this. Also we know that if absolute value of A minus, because ABC are sides of a triangle, absolute value of two sides, the difference of two sides is less than the third side. So absolute value of A minus B less than C, squaring both sides, A squared plus B squared minus 2AB less than C squared. Similarly, absolute value of B minus C less than A, squaring both sides, B squared plus C squared minus 2BC less than A squared, equation 3. Similarly, absolute value of C minus A less than B, squaring both sides, C squared plus A squared minus 2CA less than B squared. Take it as 4. Now I'll add 2, 3 and 4. So if I add 2, 3 and 4, I'll get here A squared plus A squared, 2A squared minus A squared, so A squared. Similarly, 2B squared minus B squared is B squared, 2C squared minus C squared is C squared, so A squared plus B squared plus C squared minus common minus 2, AB plus BC plus CA less than, this is less than 0. While adding everything cancels, so less than 0. Then arranging. So take this to the other side. So a squared plus b squared plus c squared is less than 2 into ab plus bc plus ca. So cross multiply, which implies a squared plus b squared plus c squared by ab plus bc plus ca is less than 2. Now I substitute all this in 1. So what I get? See here, what I get from 1 lambda less than this value. What will be this value? A squared plus b squared by c squared by 3 into ab plus bc plus ca, that is less than 2. So I substitute here, so less than 2, so lambda less than it will be strictly less than, because less than, so lambda less than 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3, that is 4 by 3. So option lambda less than 4 by 3, that is option A. Now I go to question number 25. Okay, I hope you have followed this. Let alpha comma beta be the roots of the equation x squared minus px plus r equals 0, and alpha by 2 comma 2 beta be the roots of the equation x squared minus qx plus r equals 0. Then the value of r is, first option 2 by 9 p minus q into 2q minus p. Second option 2 by 9 q by p into 2p minus q. Third option 2 by 9 into q minus 2p into 2q minus p. Fourth option 2 by 9 into 2p minus q into 2q minus p. Okay. Now since alpha comma beta are the roots of x squared minus px plus r equals 0, it's given here alpha beta are the roots of this. Since alpha comma beta are the roots of this, we know sum of the roots and product of the roots. So sum of the roots for the equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, I told many times it is minus b by a, and product of the root is c by a. Again I am repeating, where a is coefficient of x squared with the sign, b is coefficient of x, c is constant, c is constant. So here sum of the roots alpha plus beta is minus b by a, minus of minus b, that is plus p, alpha beta is c by a, that is r. Now it is given here, since alpha by 2 and 2 beta are the roots of x squared minus qx plus r equals 0, sum of the roots again alpha by 2 plus 2 beta equals minus b by a, that is minus of minus q by 1, that is q. Alpha by 2 into 2 beta will be equal c by a, c is r constant, so r by 1, that is r. So cancelling this will be, we get from 1 we get alpha plus beta equals p, and from here we get simplifying taking LCM, alpha plus take 2 LCM, alpha plus 4 beta equals 2q. Here we get alpha beta equals r. Okay. Now from 1 alpha plus beta is p, from 2 alpha plus 4 beta is 2q. Now what happens here? Alpha plus beta is p. So alpha plus beta plus 3 beta. So p plus 3 beta equals 2q. So beta equals 2q minus p by 3. Okay. Understood? Because alpha plus 4 beta is 2q. We can write alpha plus 4 beta as alpha plus beta plus 3 beta. Alpha plus beta is p. So hence we can calculate beta from this. So alpha equals p minus beta. So I substitute the value of beta 2q minus p by 3. And I take LCM. So 3p minus 2q plus p. So 3p plus p is 4p minus 2q by 3. 2 is common. 2p minus q. 2 into 2p minus q by 3. Now if you look here in this question, we want the value of r. So I use here r is alpha beta. So r is alpha beta, and alpha is 2 into 2p minus q by 3, and beta is 1 by 3 into 2q minus p, whatever. Multiply this 2 by 9, 2p minus q into 2q minus p. So the option is D. So the option is D, 2 by 9 into 2p minus q into 2q minus p. So once again I will explain, let alpha comma beta be the roots of the equation x squared minus px plus r equals 0, and alpha by 2 comma 2 beta be the roots of the equation x squared minus qx plus r equals 0. Then the value of r is this 4, you can see here. Now since alpha comma beta are the roots of x squared minus px plus r, sum of the roots alpha plus beta is p, product of the roots alpha beta is c by a, that is r. This is minus b by a. Since alpha by 2 comma 2 beta the roots of x squared minus qx plus r is equal to 0, sum of the roots alpha by 2 plus 2 beta equals minus b by a, that is q, and product of the roots alpha by 2 and 2 beta is c by a, that is r. Now comes simplification step. Alpha plus beta is p from 1 from 2. Here take LCM, alpha plus 4 beta equals 2q. Now this alpha plus 4 beta equals 2q. Alpha plus 4 beta can be written as alpha plus beta plus 3 beta, and alpha plus beta is p. So P plus 3 beta equals 2Q. From this I can find beta. Very simple calculation. 2Q minus P by 3. So once you know beta, I can find alpha from here. So alpha is P minus beta. So P minus 2Q minus P by 3. Take LCM. 3P minus 2Q plus P. 3P plus P is 4P minus 2Q by 3. 2 is common. 2 into 2P minus Q by 3. That is, now we have to find in the question, you can see we have to find R. Value of R is. So I'll use equation 1 here from 1. Alpha plus beta equals R. So R is alpha beta. So I multiply. Alpha is 2 by 3 into 2P minus Q. Beta is 1 by 3 into 2Q minus P. So 2 by 9 into 2P minus Q, 2Q minus P. So that is nothing but it is the fourth option. I hope it is clear for you. Okay, now I go to the next question, that is 26. If the difference between the roots of the equation x squared plus ax plus 1 equals 0 is less than root 5. So understand the question. If the difference between the roots of the equation x squared plus ax plus 1 equals 0 is less than root 5, then the set of all possible values of a is, okay, set of all possible value of a is minus 3 comma infinity, okay, minus 3 comma infinity, 3 comma infinity, all this. Minus 3 comma infinity, 1 minute, I had to do some problem here. So minus 3 comma infinity, 3 comma infinity, minus infinity comma minus 3, and fourth option is minus 3 comma 3. Hope you understood the question. The difference between the roots is less than root 5, then the set of all possible values of a is, okay. So if alpha comma beta, the roots of x squared plus ax plus 1 equals 0, the difference is less than root 5, okay. Now here absolute value, difference I took as always positive, absolute value. Okay, now you know a minus b whole squared equals a plus b whole squared minus 4ab. So this a minus will be square root of that. That formula I use, that is less than root 5. But alpha plus beta here is minus b by a, that is minus a. Alpha beta is c by 1 by 1, that is 1. So substituting all that, alpha plus beta is a, so a squared minus beta, alpha beta is 1 less than root 5. Square root and square get cancelled, so a squared minus 5 is less than 5. Squaring both sides. Actually, when you remove absolute value, you get plus or minus. Squaring both sides, a squared minus 4 is less than 5. So a squared less than, what you get here? Mod of a, that is if you take here a squared less than, that is 5 plus 4, that is 9. A squared less than 9, so a less than 3. So mod of a less than 3. So mod of a less than 3 means a is between minus 3 and plus 3. So a belongs to minus 3 comma 3. So option D. I hope you have followed it. So it's a simple, so I will not explain again. 27. The quadratic equation x squared minus 6x plus a equals 0 and x squared minus 6cx plus 6 equals 0 have one root in common. So understand the question. The quadratic equation x squared minus 6x plus a equals 0 and x squared minus cx plus 6 equals 0 have one root in common. One root in common. One root is same. The other roots of the first and the second equation, that is the other root, it has got two roots. One root is common. The other roots of the first and the second equations are integers in the ratio 4:3. Then the common root is a2, b1, c4, d3. Okay. So common root I take it as alpha. Then the other root is in the ratio 4:3. So I take 4 beta and 3 beta. I hope you followed. Let alpha comma 4 beta be the roots of x squared minus 6x plus a equals 0. Alpha comma 3 beta be the roots of x squared minus cx plus 6 equals 0. Why I took like this? I told you one root is common as given in the question, alpha comma alpha. Another root is in the ratio 4:3. So if this is 4 beta, this should be 3 beta. Now same formula, sum of the roots alpha plus 4 beta is minus b by a, that is 6. Product 4 alpha beta is c by a, that is a by 1, that is a. Again the second equation for this, alpha plus 3 beta, sum of the roots minus b by a, that is c, and alpha beta, 3 alpha beta is c by a, that is 6. Now from 4, see from here alpha beta is 2. Alpha beta is 2. So this I will put in 3. So if I put in alpha beta is 2, 4 into 2 equals 8. So a equals 8. Now I take equation 1. Equation 1 becomes x squared minus 6x plus a is 8 here. So when I factorize it, I get x minus 2, x minus 4 equals 0. So x is 2 comma 4. Now in this I have to just check which is the common root. We need not solve everything. This is a common entrance exam. So we have to just answer the question, see which is the correct one. One answer if we get correctly enough. So x equals 2 comma 4. In this we have to check whether 2 is common or 4 is common. Okay. If I take alpha as 2, so what I get from here, if I take alpha as 2, so if I take alpha as 2, here I'll put 2 beta equals 2, 2 beta equals 2, or if I take, see for here also, if I take alpha as 2, 2 beta equals 2, which implies beta equals, if I take alpha as 2, so here also 4 beta equals 2. So here we get 4 beta equals 2, which is not an integer. So see, if I take alpha as 2 here, 2. So what happens here? Just see, if I take alpha as 2 in these equations, 2 beta equals 2. So beta equals 1. Okay, we get 1. If I take alpha as 4, 4 beta equals 2. So beta is 2 by 4, that is half. We get a integer. We get a integer. Understood? Just I have written here, but you can check here. If I put alpha as 2, beta is 2 by 2, 1. Okay, beta is a integer. If I take alpha as 4, 4 beta is 2, beta is 2 by 4, that is half. Is no, beta is not an integer. So 4 cannot be the common root, so 2 should be the common root. Very simple. I hope you can follow it. Now I go to the next question. If the roots of the equation bx squared plus cx plus a equals 0 be imaginary. See, if the roots of the equation bx squared plus cx plus a is imaginary. So roots are imaginary means discriminant less than 0. That is b squared minus 4ac less than 0. So if the roots of the equation bx squared plus cx plus a equals 0 be imaginary, then for all real values of x, the expression 3b squared x squared plus 6bcx plus 2c squared is, then for all real values of x, the expression 3b squared x squared plus 2bcx plus 2c squared equals 0 is first option greater than 4ab, second option less than 4ab, third option greater than minus 4ab, fourth option less than minus 4ab. So real values of x. Now since the roots of bx squared plus cx plus a is equal to 0 is imaginary, imaginary means discriminant less than 0, that is b squared minus 4ac formula less than 0. Here b is c, so c squared minus 4 and a is b here, 4b into c is a, so c squared minus 4ab less than 0. I get from this c squared less than 4ab. Now I consider the second equation 3b squared plus 6bcx plus 2c squared. Here 3 can be removed common, 3 into b squared x squared plus 2, 3 if I remove common 2bcx plus c squared. So here what happens, it is actually if I multiply it is 3c squared. So here 2c squared is there, so 1 extra. So I added and subtracted c squared. So minus c squared. Simple. So 3, now this will be a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So bx plus c whole squared minus c squared. This technique we are using again and again. Which is greater than minus c squared, because your minus c squared is subtracted, it should be greater than minus c squared. Okay, so if it is greater than minus c squared, it should be greater than minus 4ab, because c squared is less than 4ab. So I can say that this value is greater than minus 4ab, so it is greater than minus 4ab. I hope you followed this. Now the next question, that is 29. Let p and q be real numbers such that p not equal to 0. Understand properly. Let p and q be real numbers such that p not equal to 0, p cube not equal to q, and p cube not equal to minus q. If alpha and beta are non-zero complex numbers satisfying alpha plus beta minus p, alpha cube plus beta cubed is equal to q, then a quadratic equation having alpha by beta and beta by alpha as its roots is. So there are 4 options you can make out. We'll check it. We have alpha plus beta is minus p. I'll take this equation 1, alpha cube plus beta cubed and is equal to q. So now from here I can say a cube plus b cubed is a plus b whole cube minus 3ab into a plus b. So alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta equals q. Alpha plus beta is minus p cubed minus 3 alpha beta and minus p equals q. So minus p cubed plus 3 alpha beta q equals q, which implies alpha beta is q plus p cubed divided by 3p. I take it as equation 2. Now the quadratic equation, according to the question, find the quadratic equation having alpha by beta and beta by alpha as its roots. The quadratic equation having alpha by beta and beta by alpha as its roots is, the formula is x squared minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots equals 0. So x squared minus alpha by beta plus beta by alpha into x plus product alpha by beta into beta by alpha equals 0. Take LCM here. X squared minus beta alpha is LCM. So it is alpha squared plus beta squared into x plus 1 equals 0. This becomes plus 1. A squared plus b squared is a plus b whole squared minus 2ab. So x squared minus alpha plus beta whole squared minus 2 alpha beta divided by alpha beta into x plus 1 equals 0. So x squared minus alpha plus beta whole squared is p squared minus 2 into alpha beta is q plus p cubed minus 3p divided by alpha beta is p cubed plus q or q plus q by 3p into x plus 1 equals 0. Then taking LCM. Taking LCM and simplifying, here LCM 3p, you get 3p cubed and all that, x is common and all that, and writing it as x squared. So here you get, see, when you take LCM here, what happens here? If you take multiply, you get p cubed plus q divided by 3p into x squared, like that. So 3p taking LCM completely, we get this equation by solving them, very simple. From this you can do, it is ordinary simple 10th standard mathematics after simplifying this. So the option is B. So I wind up the session here. Any doubts, please ask me. I will explain it. Okay, I wind up the session here. All the best. Thank you.